Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
418 days.
480
Since
days.
we could draw on a map. In an hour. It should change now, because now the time... I mean, it's GMT time, right? But it's summertime now in the UK. So in the UK right now, it's midnight. So in theory, it should change now. But GMT, I suppose it's 11 p.m. So in an hour, that will change to 419 days.
Okay. James.
Since we could draw on a map. Top of the next hour, Dan.
If they ever fix it, I know what you can put on there next.
What?
It is days since we had a new engine for Counter-Strike. Because it's been some years, James.
Wow.
It's been almost 15 years. We've been on the same engine, basically, for Counter-Strike. It's the source engine.
I was thinking I should put my ELO up there. If they put the...
that would be good too,
Put the map. This is my current ELO.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. We could have a 24-hour stream with a camera just showing my ELO.
In 24 hours, huh? You
Why
think you
not?
could last 24 hours?
Huh?
Think you last 24 hours on the stream?
I'm not streaming. The camera is streaming.
You
The
should stream.
computer is streaming.
You should stream 24 hours.
I more or less am anyway.
Yeah.
I'm either here or I'm there. I don't really go very far. I'm either here
You're always on camera.
on the stream or I'm there streaming. It's pretty much it. I did start playing football this week though, but I bodied myself. Partly from the stream, football, partly from climbing trees.
More
So,
body.
yeah. Well, if I fell out of that tree, I think I wouldn't be here today. I think I'd be in hospital.
Really?
Because there's a fire down the road today, right? Obviously, when the big fires were happening, where we fly drones, where we fly these things, all the trees are burned. So I had to climb a burnt tree, like a dead tree. So there's lots of branches I had to snap off just to make sure I didn't think on the way down that they could take my weight. There would be little parts, sticking out the tree like this. So if something had broken and I had fallen, I probably would have been impaled on one of those. And because of my weight, probably would like drag the massive hole in my body. It would have been really bad, like really bad. So you can see how much I wanted the drone.
You should wear armor when you're walking around, James.
Chainmail.
Yeah. Although chainmail doesn't help you against stabbing.
No, but
helps
falling
against
out of a
slashing.
tree,
Wait, really?
chainmail would probably help to some
Yeah,
degree.
because it's like holy, right?
Are we talking about
Yeah,
knives
but
or
it
swords
It deflects like.
If you're talking like a
slashing,
sewing
but like
needle,
here? Holes are only like this big,
a
though.
knife would be fine. Have you seen chainmail before? You haven't, have you? I mean, how big do you think these holes are for a knife to go through? They're tiny holes.
I don't know, man.
They're really
Isn't
small.
that how it works? It's a deflecting, slashing?
I'm sure it helps. I'm sure
you
some
couldn't
stabbing.
stab somebody who's wearing
Or is it the
chainmail.
opposite way around? Like plate mail that's like solid, that's supposed to divert the slashing, and the chainmail's for the stabbing.
I think it's both, though.
I think it's both, mate.
I don't think it's one or the other.
Because one is better than the other for that purpose. Because obviously chainmail's really light as
I
well.
think stabbing is weaker
plate.
for chainmail, but it's still, black's maybe a small knife.
If you know the answer to these things, please tweet us if you know anything about these things. About medieval warfare.
I feel like maybe like a sword. It depends on what era of chainmail you're talking about.
It's true.
And what it was made from. Because if it's like some potato chainmail from back in the day where they had rudimentary objects, then maybe there's something to be said about stabbing. But like if you look at any chainmail I've seen, I can't see how you would stab somebody wearing it. Because it's made of metal and it's like a mesh. But it's not like a fence you climb. It's smaller than that. So I don't see how you would be able to significantly pierce someone.
It might poke you like a little hole, but it won't stab into you.
I'd be surprised if you could get a straw in chainmail. So I don't know how you'd get a knife in there. Slashing would be completely useless, but I think you're thinking more swords than knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a
But
great
yeah,
sword?
I don't think slashing or stabbing is a thing with chainmail.
So that's that kind of thing of you climbing trees and getting impaled by things.
Yeah, I think
So I feel like-
chainmail would help.
Okay.
It would.
But it would have to withstand the force of my fall and my weight versus the size of the thing applying pressure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some physics to be done there.
So it'd probably get, you'd hope there'd be a giant bruise. So maybe I should add
It's worth
chainmail
it,
to the travel bag.
Not having a stab wound.
What?
Not having a stab wound.
What's about it?
It's okay if you have, get a little banged up. At least you're not getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
That
because
works.
the thing is, if you get stabbed, you can get infected.
It's true.
And sometimes the infection is worse than the stabbing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See
I mean,
that?
the bruising can also lead to internal bleeding. So that's not good.
There's a fair chance that
Or
will
like
happen.
if your rib snaps off, you can poke a hole through something.
Great. Let's just...
With the
Okay,
floating
you've grossed me out now.
Floating rib, for example. Do you know much about... You know about those about fighting, James. You know about floating rib? That's what
Yeah,
you're
but
aiming
ribs
for.
aren't floating when people fight.
No,
just
there's
normal
a
ribs.
we have floating ribs. We have a rib that's not connected. It's one
Okay.
rib. There's a floating rib in it, so it's structurally less weak, but it still has all the nerves and stuff, and so you can break it more easily, and it'll stab
You're
you
grossing
and
me out,
stuff.
Dan. You're grossing me out. Please stop. Please stop. Because you're making me visualize this, and it's not making me happy. I'm not happy right now,
Send
Dan.
James pictures of floating ribs. Right.
I'm not happy.
Floating rib. Anyway, moving on from ribs. We have ourselves a pistol. Cloud9 got battered. They got absolutely battered.
Pancake.
Might find them in a chippy near you. We'll see if we can get a better performance on Inferno here from them.
Why you know P250?
What, Mixwell?
Anyone on a T side?
Oh. Because maybe they're going to rush into BJs. Maybe they not looking at that range.
Can
Looking
you
to
don't?
swarm. They want the chainmail. They want the utility. They're going to steal some USPs, James. Their plan is to pilfer the objects that their opponents are carrying. What about that?
They're really focusing hard on this pistol around INTZ. They be creeping. They be creeping. This is a very dry pistol round. So what can we say? Oh, this is a moto smoke. If he jump throws, this is a moto smoke. But I throw it slightly from the left, kind of between that corner and the chimney. But there's a moto smoke. I was actually teaching people this yesterday. I showed them 2 moto smokes, one of which was that. So the moto smoke is up, and INTZ are quietly positioning themselves to head towards the A bomb site. There's a kill on Daps in the library position, but we've got a double graveyard play. No, we've got a single graveyard play, and one in the pit. Automatic fighting back Destiny in the red, but Automatic's low on bullets. He's low on health as well.
Very strong position for INTZ. This will be difficult. Got a USP collected. They've got post-plant positions. It's a 4v2. Bombs ticking. There is a kit on Kusta, but this is a tough ask. You might even consider saving the kit and the armor if they can't get any easy kills. Both Sub Rosa and Kusta have perfect armor, so that is a consideration. So yeah, go save it. Unfortunately, it sucks, but that's the best decision. It sucks.
Gotta take what you can get. INTZ played that round pretty well.
Oh yes, see, people have been listening to my Kevlar notes. They have perfect Kevlar in a kit. They've got a cheap helmet if they want it. It makes more sense to preserve that Kevlar than it does to try and get the kills. Kevlar 650, 2 frags are 600.
Isn't Kevlar way stronger than chainmail? So why are we talking about chainmail?
Because Dan.
Well, because we were talking about
Kevlar might be stronger, but it probably has more weaker points for the purposes of falling out of a tree. That said, in terms of internal bleeding, it will probably be better. Because it'll be more padding.
Assuming.
But Kevlar's heavy.
It is really heavy, yeah.
But they have light Kevlar now.
Yeah, you wouldn't need heavy Kevlar for falling out of a tree.
Yeah, I was wearing the
But heavy Kevlar's for the army.
like the ceramic. Yeah, they have ceramic in there.
So you can see helmets were purchased, they were purchased. So indeed, we have that awareness in a pistol round finally from somebody. They've done the maths. I can try and get a kill for 350. If I take 1 point of damage, I have to spend $1,000 if I want full armor and helmet. Instead, fall back, no damage from the bomb, helmet for 350, and buy whatever you want.
Easy.
We've evolved the scene.
There you go.
I take personal responsibility.
It's interesting smoke.
Yeah.
Really deep.
Yeah.
Allows the T's to kind of lurk towards the cubby way. I think that might provide a little one-way. If you go all the way to the left, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to test out that smoke.
That's got to bounce off something. All the angles. Ooh, that's so deep into the library, which means that you wouldn't be able to creep out of it, surely, but Mixwell will do the same anyway. There's a flashbang from Mixwell through that smoke grenade. Kusta up close, gets a kill with a 5-7. Automatic spamming the inboxes. And it's a 3v3. He retains Pit for the time being, smoke to play with, but his toys have been taken away. Sub Rosa and Daps rotating up mid slowly with no kit. I think there was one, which is somewhere around the site. See what they choose to do. Do they commit to this? Oh, yes. Zand spotted, completely exposing Graveyard. Poor position from him. That's given Cloud9 an opening into this round. Daps for smoke towards the pit. Trying to create some space. Making his way through the smoke grenade for a potential double peak. Doesn't quite work out, though. Mac 10 collected by Daps. Where is the kit? Must have been communicated by his teammates. He's made too much sound, though. And Destiny surely has the advantage over the smoke. Indeed, he does. And there is the 2-0 for INTZ.
Yeah, they managed to deal that round pretty effectively. I gotta say, you know, INTZ are playing pretty well. I'm really enjoying some of the way that they're using utility. They're using utility and they are making progress in terms of map control, trying to creep behind it, trying to isolate positions. Their work towards A so far has been pretty fun, even though it's just 2 rounds. It's been quite enjoyable to watch, and that makes me think that, actually makes me think that they're going to win this series 2-0, given what we saw in the first map from Cloud9.
2-1.
What's that?
2-1. Win the series 2-1.
No, 2-0.
It's 1-1.
What?
What are you talking about?
You said someone's going to win the series 2-0. But it's 1-1.
When they play the second match?
It's not 1-1, it's 1-0. I've lost my mind. I think I should leave.
We've all made a mistake today.
I think I should leave.
James.
Why did I think I did? What was in my brain?
You're so convinced. I'm like,
Do you know what? I
have
thought
I?
Inferno was the last map.
did we?
And then my brain told me that I did one train.
You said that at the half.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not going to correct you.
I think I don't know. I'm leaving.
No, we all made a mistake today, remember?
I didn't make any mistakes.
True.
Speak for yourself.
He's got to get back on that horse, James.
I've just really confused myself. I'm sorry.
So this is second map, James. There is another best of 3 after this.
Thank God.
The best of 3 after this is going to be Complexity versus Riot Squad. In this current best of 3, we have played
What
one
game
map.
is this?
INTZ won
this
the,
Overwatch?
won the first map 16-7 off 16-8.
Yeah.
16-8, I think it was.
Yeah.
And now we're on the second map. INTZ have won the pistol, and they converted the following 2 rounds. And now we are on the first buy round for Cloud9, James.
Sometimes
There's
we
a-
make
there's a-
mistakes. We've got to stand up to them.
Set
Got
the
to admit
scene.
our mistakes. And we have to move on.
Don't double down.
So stop
admit
making
it.
mistakes, Dan. Incendiary down mid. It is 1-0 to INTZ. And that's a 2-0 for Sub Rosa in this round at the very least. The HE is going to be juicy. Make it 3, baby. Sand now wondering what on earth has happened to his teammates. He's pressing the communicate button and there's no response.
What do you even do?
If he was a little further, but on old Inferno, he would come up on the radar to the players above him. It was a wood panel, and that was an interesting piece of trivia for that. But now it's more solid, and he wouldn't show on the radar. But that was an interesting thing on the previous one. You play this game for a bajillion hours, you notice things like this, despite not sometimes noticing the current score in terms of maps. Cloud9 survive of all their players. That is great news for them.
Also great for Sub Rosa. Tying his kills from the first map.
So he's got no skins in case he gets banned. They're all on another account.
Shame. But that's the dangers of overloading a majority of your team T-Ramp and Banana. If the CTs decide to do a heavy nade and Molotov towards middle, they get trapped, they get pinched. Exactly what happened to INTZ that round.
Kenneth is a very posh name, isn't it?
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
This is
It's like
close.
an older generation name. I don't know how many Kenneths you run into these days.
I know a Kenneth.
I bet you do.
He's a Norwegian professional COD player. It's very good. His name was Plasma. Shoutouts if he's listening. But Cloud9 off the back of that round need more success. INTZ going in for that B, and they have an opening pick. Doesn't get better than that. Opening pick. Daps only gets 1 off the boost as he falls back, but it might be enough. He's got construction control. Ooh, big kill from Automatic there. That's going to mean that it's just the 3 on the site, and they have a lot of problems here.
the flashbang, and look at the util from the remainder of Cloud9. If they can take Zand out, they're in a really interesting spot. There's a pop flash avoided, and that's a really big frag, but looks back, and that is going to change the round dramatically. Cloud9 had so many advantages. They've lost all their utility, and now it's Daps in a 1 versus 2. Not checking all the angles. Desperation. INTZ will win their 4th round. Looking rough for Cloud9 at the moment. They've got money, though, to withstand this, to fight once again. Mixwell still looking for his place on the scoreboard, which does not bode well for Cloud9 in the short term.
That play from Zand was so awesome. Just having the confidence just to tap back just a little bit, because he knew how strong that off angle could be for the first kill at least. Looks away from the flashbang, like having to quickly react to that, and still getting the kill after he 180s back. Pretty good.
Kenneth didn't peek a lot quicker. He was right next to...
Yeah, you're right.
It was automatic or something in the banana.
I think they expected him to be much deeper, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge front stuff from Zand there. This INTZ lineup is surprisingly me, you know, is they're having some good play so far across both maps on their T sides, which is always an encouraging sign. So the opening pick goes to Cloud9. They fall back into passive setups as you should, as a default response at least. Arch smoke.
Very methodical. Smoke in the arch, creep in the middle. Trying to count nades by Cloud9. But Cloud9 does not have much utility to throw, so they're kind of forced into playing a very passive site setup. Of course, INTZ don't know exactly where they're at, but they know they have a pretty good idea that they are playing passive.
33 seconds on the clock. Destiny's creeping towards B. Does he throw a CT smoke to suggest something? I think he's trying to stand in the smoke to get an angle off. Oh, hold on a second. We've got a wrap with 20 seconds on the clock. They've made their way past Arch. Past half the players. We've got a 4 versus 2 on the B bomb site. Mixwell delaying. Sub-Rose going to the long spray. Mixwell still peeking. And that's going to open the bomb site for a plant, unless Kusa can get there in time. I don't know that he can. Yeah, we'll deliver, and things turn around once more. They're both low health players. Cloud9 on Banana. Yell continues to deliver his 3rd of the round. Wonder if Mixwell was aware of the time on the clock at that point. Automatic now. He's got a great angle for SHZ, but where has Yell gone? He's been so fast, and Automatic does not have a defuse kit. Yell will peek from CT. No, he won't peek at all, actually. He doesn't believe another touch, and Automatic is running out of time to win this. Yell with a great bait, and he manages to fall back, and that's the round 1. You do wonder. I mean, it's one play. There's no necessarily right or wrong play. The peak may catch him off guard because it makes sense to hide Mixwell with the time on the clock.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cloud9 actually lost this round again. The situation where it's favorable for C9. And Mixwell gets 2 kills even on that wrap, but then just after that, C9 kind of fell apart in terms of spacing and positioning. They just couldn't really exchange kills and got picked off by Yell.
That's the kind of madness you wouldn't see so much from Yell when they had 2 AWPers on the team, because it would always be the other AWPer who has it, but he's quite capable as well, as we can see.
Yeah, Yell has always been a fantastic AWPer, even from the Luminosity days. I realized this guy is pretty good. But then he got kind of, as you said, bumped down for the other AWPer. I think it was KNV.
Yeah, and it was unlucky for Cloud9 too. I mean, Mixwell legged Yell, so had that not been a leg, round would have been won. That was a round-winning difference, having Yell alive. You know, 2v3 or whatever it was after that point. And INTZ are really finding success here. Spades of success, buckets full of success, whatever that means. And looks like they'll focus heavily on middle here. This is interesting because they are walking into the stack, although the 2 players are pushing the app, so they might find a timing up to towards middle. Automatic close. He's going to see everybody pulling his gun out. That's so unfortunate. Didn't anticipate them to be so close. Mixwell gets some damage. But the positioning of the T side is definitely going to help, because if they can get towards that bomb plant, they will be very safe in this position. You can see they cut noise, they're holding position, they're looking for a push, and there's a push, and there's a kill. And now they can start to move again. They make the decision to go back into the apartments. Interesting. I thought maybe they'd go back to B, but they go back towards the apartments. I do have Destiny lurking in B, or in Banana, that is. Pete comes in and Broza needs a highlight here. Can't connect anything. 4 players survive. INTZ actually surviving with 4 there. That's impressive. That looks like it could have gone wrong.
Okay, I need people to tweet me. Hashtag ECS8 as well. If you're a Cloud9 fan, are you terrified right now? In the vacuum of this game, because long term, again, there's building to be done, but in the vacuum of this game, are you terrified right now? Because for me, the answer would be yes. It's looking pretty scary. But again, it's such a weird scenario for Cloud9. And trying to figure out what to do with Subrosa. And I wonder why they chose him. I guess maybe they thought he fit something that's missing. Not to say that he isn't the right piece, but I think he's not the first name that anybody would think of, no offense.
Gusta was on a team with CLG. So that's probably
okay.
partly because of it.
Imagine if Steel could play.
And Subrosa's been playing pretty well, at least for United. Or was United, I can't remember. They've been hopping around so much in the last like 6-8 months.
Towards Coffins. That's going to be a little too late, or is it? If he got that second kill, that would have changed potentially a lot, but that won't be the case. Automatic crab walking, just in case there's some spray. Molly won't quite hit the mark, and FACEIT will deliver the bomb.
Oh, how is that short? Oh, there you go. This spread right, just at the end.
The salty spread at the end.
Indeed. Another round in which INTZ are looking pretty good. Some utility, however, for C9. They've got every opportunity here. Retake smoke towards Banana would be great. There it is. And now they'll move through construction. As I said, always blocking one in the smoke. And that Snap's gone. Now the positioning is pretty strong. As long as there's no over-peaking, well, there it is. Dan wins the fight. Oh dear. And automatic will he die? Yep. 7 to 1.
What makes you say oh dear, Dan?
Because he died. Oh,
Because
that
he
lost his gun.
Because he doinked. Because he took so much damage that he was going to die regardless of the bomb. He had to get a clean kill.
7-1 INTZ.
Happened last half.
This is crazy.
Exactly 7-1. Cloud9 wins out. Think they could do the same thing?
This is a huge scoreline for INTZ.
Yeah.
It is a huge scoreline.
Leave the bomb to respawn. It's the down run.
The what?
The downfall. The down run.
Yeah. I've had so many pugs people complaining about people leaving the bomb, and those are the same people that run into bomb sites and then don't communicate that they're going to do that. And it's like, why didn't you bring the bomb? Well,
shut your face. You
Everyone
don't.
drops the bomb. Everyone drops the bomb, but it's really annoying.
People don't communicate, man. I need to be negative.
Triple HEs. And nothing doing. Mixwell takes position in that exact spot. Anti-ecos or anti-force buys can often be where INTZ will find a lot of trouble. 1 minute on the clock, and look how they're bunched together. This is a positive thing. In that respect, they're keeping it simple. They need to move with good time. Automatic may have been spotted there, and he will fall back and reposition. Focus the efforts elsewhere. 40 seconds, and you start to worry about time. I certainly do. Sand not going through apartments just yet, being careful. They wrap around the arch position. We've got a molly towards the pit. This looks good.
Yeah.
This looks focused, but that smoke is a problem. 27 seconds. Are they just going to stand there? The bomb's rotating from long to short, but this is buying time for the rotation. We've got Mixwell about to creep through the smoke. He's being looked for. Destiny will clean him up. And the danger is taken out on the A bomb site. 15 seconds to plant the bomb. Under the Vino sign for the pit. With the meat shield in case it's necessary. This is better from INTZ.
Yep.
This roster shows promise. It looks like they have more focus, discipline, and coordination than we have seen from them in the past. And that's something that I was looking for and hoping for in this game. And we're certainly seeing that so far.
Yeah, looks like they've watched the demos, you know, it's like it's genuine improvement. But that's the thing, like, so far on the anti-eco rounds and everything, they have the right idea, you know, splitting the bomb side there, you get, the first battle is getting arch control, but once you have arch control, and you can prevent the CTs from backstabbing you somehow from CT or whatever, and then you find that timing to coordinate onto the A site in the ramp, there's nothing the CTs can do. It's one of the strongest ways to play the anti-force player, anti-eco. The only thing is that because people know that, sure, you need to be able to do it well, but you can't do it every time, just because, you know, often what you'll find is you'll very commonly see if the CTs will stack somewhere these days, it's actually top mid, or they'll put 2 on arch, 2 on porch. And it can be as often successful, actually. But either way, 8-1. INTZ continue their success. 3 banana for Cloud9. And they're not really throwing many nades here. So Cloud9 not trying to telegraph that they have 3 players here. They want INTZ to overcommit. Oh, that is very, very dirty stuff from Cello King.
Oh, I like the abandonment. He considered going through the smoke. He's like, nope.
Takes a lot of willpower.
We don't need to do this. We don't need, because what they're doing going through that smoke is inviting variance. And they don't need to invite that variance. They can say, okay, cool. That's fine. We've got a man advantage. We don't need to risk that going through this with this time on the clock. This is fine. So that's a very nice decision from INTZ. That's not an easy one to make as well in such a short space of time.
Ah, he's got a one-way. That's why I was wondering if he has some kind of one-way from this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's unfortunately abandoned it. If he stayed there for a second, smoke was dissipating though, so he had to fall back. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made it out in time. 40 seconds. INTZ need to make a move now, and they've effectively split Cloud9 2 to a bomb site. So they go 5 towards A or B. Doesn't really matter. Just going together is enough. Are they going to fake? Are they going to fake? Or are they going to go for this? Going for it.
That's a huge frag from Mixwell. Flash not coming in fast enough. The bomb now wrapping the arch position. They've got a lurker in the apartments. That is a very important smoke, but he peeks just a little too early. Here comes the creep from the balcony, but that's dealt with by Kusta as well. Mixwell still alive. That's a huge problem. 7 seconds to finish off the job, and it's been left a little too late. 6 seconds on the clock when the last man goes down, and Cloud9 win a much-needed second round. That sends their loss bonus quite far back.
Yeah, nice job in C9 on really just getting early info in those apartments. You get Kusta up there kind of pushed, listening for any alt mid or hopping around or whatnot, and is able to fall back, staying alive. That's the important part. He fell back by still staying alive, and he's able to get a kill from the pit area. So,
and importantly, Mixwell kept a smoke. It's so huge in that situation as well. And here's a mid push, mixing it up. Cloud9 looking to build something off of what they did in the previous round, and it's looking good so far. 2 Ts left, make it 1, and it's Zand, and he's in the apartments, and he's got the...
Where's the money gone?
Krieg, nice kill. 1 headshot for him. That's Mixwell dead, so it does make things a little bit easier. He's got a lot of time to play with, so lots of rotations Zand can offer up here. He is going to struggle to have time to do all the things he wants. And Daps might have a pretty good timing here, or a very bad timing. Oh. And does he see the other one? Nope, he didn't. I think he didn't understand where he's being shot from there. Either way, another round for Cloud9.
Yeah, no bomb plant for INTZ. The money, the well has run dry. The money well is looking a little empty at present, and this gives Cloud9 a chance to turn things around. 3 to 8 at present, but with the money broken for INTZ, 7 to 8 may not be too far away if they can get momentum on their side.
Ooh, 4 HEs, James.
Yeah, INTZ with an explosive plan. How to stop an exploding man.
See what he did there.
Cloud9 moving up. Sorry, INTZ moving up the banana position. All the HEs have been deployed now. Daps 33 HP. And now the advantage for INTZ is numbers and a smoke. Now in a run such as this, maybe that smoke is to their advantage if they can burst through it. Might even be an idea to put the other smoke just ahead of this one. There we go. Front of the site, the burst.
Oh,
That Molly's not doing all the work in the world.
kind of spilled into one of the gaps, so that's annoying.
There's no CT smoke, but they can just play the numbers game. Survival of the fittest. Automatic will eliminate. The bomb's been dropped. That's crucial. Someone's got to go back for it if anyone's paying attention, but they've got the angles. FACEIT now with 5 HP. They get 2 kills out of that. That's fairly solid. Bomb plant was possible, but didn't happen on this occasion.
They did a lot with very little there.
Yeah.
Like 4 HEs in the smoke and Glocks.
Pretty good.
That was kind of cool. Because I like that we don't really see those rounds very much. I was thinking too, it'd be so cool if they've just, instead of throwing the CT smoke, they throw a smoke, like James was suggesting that, and that's what they did. That was really cool.
I like that smoke that they've been tossing. They've been tossing that smoke almost every time they hit B. It's a good lurk smoke that kind of blocks off coffins, dark spot, fountain. And it's a lot of info covered for this one.
A fight on Banana. It will be costly for Cloud9. They've lost a player in apartments as well. They've lost 2. INTZ back on the buy, and there's a dramatic change. Mixwell, he spots players going from Banana. When you see a player going down ramp like that, it's almost guaranteed they're going to retrieve the bomb.
Right. Oh dear, unfortunate for Mixwell. Caught in the jump, and that's 4 players surviving, as you say, a very stark difference. The money's not even really all that present for Cloud9. They're going to have not everything that they want, at least the AWP is there, but the utility game is not. INTZ, on the other hand, will be fully loaded. And looks like they're poised to take control of the game again.
For now. Mixwell on the AWP can still be a threat. Banana's been an issue. There's the fast boost. See this from Guardian and Nico on the old phase, and there's a nice delivery into the crawl space. And they walk away with style points. The judges give a 10. INTZ creeping into the B bomb site now, at least the front of it, but they'll be smoked off. They'll be delayed for now.
Wanted to Mixwell to land on the porch roof, continue the bunny onto the ledge. I wanted to see it, but denied. Sendeeds.
Cloud9 getting a good read on INTZ's playstyle now. Is it too little too late? Only 4 rounds on the CT side. Cloud9 does have 3 people towards B, but looks like Automatic is rotating a little farther away. Maybe it was a fake. Here comes the smokes from INTZ. It's going to be a B hit.
So just going to make their way betwixt the smokes to see what they find. Yell has an angle on CT. Automatic's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. He's going to find Yell. That's a pretty huge kill. What is there left here now for INTZ to do? They're on the bomb site. They're able to get a couple kills here to enable a plant. Automatic can't find the angle, but he certainly finds another couple kills. Up to 3 now, but SH said he's been pretty... Whew! Never mind. I was going to build them up, but Automatic has knocked him down. So 5 rounds for Cloud9 on the CT side. They're working a recoverable scoreline. I think it's... that 6th round definitely is going to help to make them feel more comfortable. But INTZ will be running at them with a full buy.
Always nice.
Krieg, too good.
Last round of the first half. Automatic with the great awareness. Still an underrated player in my opinion. But maybe we'll get to shout about him once again in the near future. Goodbye for both sides. Triple Krieg for the T's, double Krieg for the CT. Sub Rosa and Daps with the Kriegus. Yell now wondering where most of his HP has gone. It's a clean 3 fire carpets on the banana position. There's the 4th. Spreading around the car area. The old car position. No car there now, but I will forever call it car.
Me too.
Yeah, that is something that I do wonder, it's... You want to make things intuitive, especially for viewers that haven't played the game. So I do think about those things sometimes. Should I try to call that something else that's somewhat intuitive?
I can't remember what they call it in 1.6, to be honest. I'm thinking headshot, but...
At 1.6 was like the This looks so different too.
INTZ pushing B, Sub Rosa and Daps have been eliminated. Automatic is by the well, but he's got nobody to help. Everyone's dead. Last round of the first half, we needed rotation from Cloud9. Looks like Mixwell is... Oh, he's still engaging Zan. He tags him at the bottom of T ramp, and Zan just falls off the way to be a nuisance. But sorry, Mixwell has to rotate. Mixwell and Kusta here now. Kusta looking for a player above the barrel to look over the smoke. Not the case. Pop flash. There's a double peek. Destiny. He's going to have SHZ base off of him. He fires though, and now it's Kusta versus 2. Picks up the AWP, a familiar foe. Familiar friend rather. That bomb is so fucked. He's got to go for the defuse quickly, but Yell has the angle, and he's got a 10th round for INTZ. 10 rounds on the T side of Inferno versus Cloud9. That is a lot, and it's a lot of work to do for Cloud9 after the break.
Start your path to pro. Begin your matchmaking experience with like-minded players. Climb the ranks, meet your teammates, and make it all the way to the top. Rise through the ranks to the FPL circuits and play alongside the best players in the world. And who knows, you might just be the next Iwu. Begin your road to pro at FACEIT.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
So all for Cloud9 to do on their T side with 5 rounds. A pistol would be very nice for the Cloud9 squad. They are a significant underdog now for the third and second and why do I think it's a third map? Second map. They are a significant underdog in the second map. Thank you for the people who have tweeted me as well. Their opinions about Cloud9 and so on. Pretty interesting. Nice to interact with the fans. 3 versus 5. Good start for Cloud9. This is a much needed pistol run, as we just said. Cello hiding at the back of the site. Will he be checked for? He won't be just yet by Kusta. Can he find a second? He can't. SHZ can though, keeping the numbers close together. 3 versus 2 for Cloud9, falling back a little bit. SHZ doesn't want to go too deep. Wants to play off of his teammate. Yell hiding in construction. And Cloud9 slow things down, but they're all on the site. Perhaps waiting for the CTs to make a misstep. SHZ fishing a little, doesn't want to go too crazy. As you can see, they don't know if everyone's on the site or not, which is making them nervous. Make them check their 6. And there's a 1v1 for Zaps. He gets taken out, but Mixwell will respond. That leaves Yell alone. Sees one by New Box. Now, how do Cloud9 play the 2 versus 1? Never mind. 1v1. Yell half health. Mixwell going for the plant behind the fountain. He's securing the Kriegs. The Kriegs have been secured. Kriegs and Galils, and they'll take the round as well. Cloud9 make it to 6.
Good job, Cloud9, just rushing towards B. Clown that banana, getting the kills. Almost another disaster in that bomb site, but Mixwell and Automatic clean it up. Mixwell getting 3 kills on the pistol, pretty huge. Cloud9 needed that pistol to stay in this game. Now hopefully they can win the second round, keep it going, make it a game interesting.
Gosh, nice tag from Yell. Soften them up. There's nothing worse than getting tagged by a scout in a round like this. To take it really seriously, you have to find a way to get onto a bomb site with the plant as quickly as possible. If you let the scouts tag you up, life gets very scary. Yeah, we'll stay towards Arch. But they have put 2-3 towards B, so that's a defense that can help. And again, it's a site that if you just have the nades, it's going to be okay. If you use the Molotovs correctly, smokes the flashes. If your teammates know how to entry correctly, good spacing, they should be okay. Yeah.
Should be, he says. But will they be? Find out in the next episode of Cloud9 versus INTZ, round 17, map 2. Automatic tops the billing for the cast. Pulls out the T-Virus knife. 35 seconds on the clock, looking for their first entry. But it will be the CT to get that. Now they've got the high ground advantage towards A, but the bomb's heading towards the B bomb site, where there are still 3 players. A smoke at the front of the site, and a smoke for CT as well. The thing is, they need to plant the bomb inside that smoke, and there are CTs around the smoke. The CTs, it gives them places to hide. Cello hiding in a smoke now. The reload will concede his position somewhat. It's absolute carnage. A lovely flick from Yell. Subrosa has to commit. The bomb's planted. Worst case scenario ticked off. Looking for the 1v2. That's a great headshot, and he cleans up the round. Man like Subrosa saves Cloud9 in that round. A smoke in the middle of that site with 20 seconds to plant the bomb and CTs on the site is a horrific situation. For those of you at home, the problem with the smoke is it gives the CTs places to hide. You can see them just hiding in plain sight behind that smoke grenade. It makes things worse, not necessarily better. You've got to be really careful with plays like that. With such low time on the clock, that almost should have ended in disaster.
It almost did, as Automatic got picked off in the halls towards before they were hitting that B bomb site. Really don't like putting yourself in those kind of positions to where you're playing against a force buy and you're confining yourself in a small hallway all by yourself. No room for exchanges. You get up close and personal against pistols, tossing shotguns.
Ooh.
Not a good feeling.
So that's unfortunate because that flashbang would have protected Akusta had Desi been in any other place other than that close wall, that close position. That's unfortunate. And again, you know, we got Mixwell tagged by the scout immediately by Yell with those peaks at the beginning of the round. The Coffin's peak definitely doesn't work as well as it used to against the Creeks. There we go. I like this. Decisive. Just get into the B-bomb site. Go for it. Dams's lurk has been located. Deagle's been dealt with. Should be good to go now.
What can Cello do from this situation? He can be a victim. He can be eliminated. He can be fragged. Standing there like he's AFK, like he's gone to answer the door for a pizza delivery. Sand remains now with the Desert Eagle. It is a false start for INTZ on the CT side of Inferno. The teams have split the pistol rounds, so it is all equal. Both won on the T side, both winning their successive round, their consecutive round, if you will. Skinless Deagle, you don't see those often unless you're doing Overwatch.
They are really good. They're like one of the best default skins, I think. This just looks good.
I like the what's the one with some gold bits on it? Because all my skins have got names. I don't remember the names of the real names of them.
It's like something to do with pilots or something.
Might be called Pilot. No, mine's called Air Force One. I don't know what the real name
Smithing,
of it is.
Yeah.
But that one is like really nice because it's just a little detailing to basically the original skin, and it's just like it's really clean. That's one of my favorite skins in the game.
Oh.
Air Force One.
There is the fire on Banana. Makes them. What is? It was like the fried bananas. It's like plantain.
Plantain.
Yeah, it makes them plantain.
I've had plantain the last 4 days, baby.
Delicious.
There's a very nice Brazilian restaurant which delivers. I highly recommend it.
What's it called?
Bossa Nova. It is excellent. Bossa Nova. I've had fish from there. I've had chicken. I've had steak. It's great. Pop flash, top mid, Cloud9 will swarm with 3 players. You love to see it. Smoke on arch and a 3-man swing on short. They've taken top mid. There is risk for Yell to stay here, although there's a gap in the smoke for now, but it won't last forever. Eventually he'll have to fall back. There's a Molotov beyond the smoke. And he heads towards Speedway. 49 seconds. The bomb leaves T-ramp, heads towards mid. Smokes are up on short. There's some sounds, but INTZ are not sure quite what to do. Zand is blind, Zand is dead.
Yeah, save time. So INTZ need to be able to have more presence around top mids, get a pick or something like that. I mean, or at least they seemed unable to really offer a defense when they were pushed. When push came to shove and they were dealing with I wouldn't say a set piece per se, but a coordinated effort with 5 players into the side with a wrap from arch side. If you allow the T's to get into a position when no one's dead and they have a wrap from arch and porch and balcony, you're going to lose that round.
It's deadly.
You're going to lose that round if they use their utility correctly. So INTZ have to have a solution to one of those parts. You can get creative with it, but ultimately that's what it comes down to. And either way, they did get a 10-5 first half, so they have time to figure things out, build an economy. And good work from Cloud9 to bring themselves into this one.
Pretty much doing the basic fundamentals on this map. Pushing back Banana, take control of the bracket, wait, see what happens. Nothing happens. You could either do a retake, or as you said, just wrap, take hauls, and everything at the same time. Good work.
9 to 10. You see the exchange of grenades on Banana. 3 Molotovs. INTZ leading by 1 round on their CT side. Got a FAMAS out for Zand. We've got deletions from Kuster on Banana. Destiny and Cello taken out, but he sees the grenade. He knows there's a 3rd person towards the bomb site, but surely there can't be more than that. 3 plays here for Cloud9, but they're not too excited. They'll keep it calm. There could have been a rotation already, perhaps. They'll go quiet. 1 grenade deployed, inviting utility. 5 versus 3, but they're still trying to squeeze out every advantage they can. Continue the default.
One thing I really like about Avangar is that they get the AWP onto Jame like as soon as possible in like every single way. But the way that Yell's treated his economy has prevented him from having an AWP yet, and he could have had an AWP yet so far. Like he was just buying up a scout, you know, in the 3rd round and stuff like that. It's like this, leaving himself without the money to get that AWP. I feel like that could change the face of the game if he's able to get hold of one of those. So we'll see what happens there. But Zand's going to be able to defend at least for 1 kill. But there's no other resistance here, and that's kind of by design. They're going to give it up, and 2 players will survive. But yeah, we need to see the AWPs here for INTZ, even 2 perhaps, just so that they can have more defense around at least porch or arch side.
Yeah, AWP's very important, especially against teams that are going to go slow and methodical. Let's toss some nades, let's try to get some choke points, and AWP kind of changes that a little bit. It makes people panic a little bit more. Makes you use a little more utility towards the AWPer. Like if they know there's an AWP archway, they might spend more smokes, Molotovs, and flashes in that area. And that's not going to help you get in the bomb site. It just helps you get control of that middle area. So it's good on a CT to have that AWP. It makes T's kind of overreact just a little bit, especially in post-match.
Hunting are not finding. 2 players sitting on B. 10 to 10. INTZ have not won a round in this hop yet. Dan Ray some very good points.
So I'd call timeout. If I was INTZ, just call timeout, just reshake it up, talk about it, even if you don't force 5, which you're kind of doing like a half buy. Have a lot of money, a lot of
Keep
lose
the money
bonus.
together. Run half.
Just talk about it.
2,500. Double AWPs on the T side. Is this a mistake?
Oh my goodness.
Double AWPs on T side of Inferno is a unusual thing. There was a period of like the tier 2, 3 Brazilian teams where double AWPs on any T side would be fairly common. But for a Cloud9, not sure. Can't be by design. I can't imagine it to be by design. Well, one of them disappeared and Daps has gone to T-spawn and bought a Krieg, I think. And off they go.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, sensible though. Wise investment. 1 minute on the clock and automatic is creeping in the apartments. You can see Yells on the balcony position. Waiting for a peek. Cloud9 playing it slow. 3 players towards the B-bomb site. Now, does that frag invite players to rotate? Because there's a stack on the B-bomb site. Subrosa edging forward. Kusta doesn't go too far, but Subrosa will spot and swat. And Kusta's here to clean up and transfer. On the clock now, trying to fall back, but the numbers will increase. Now, you know, both players are towards B. Perhaps it's a saving situation for INTZ, even if they'll have the money to buy next rounds. There's an argument to be made because they've got the one-tap machines, and it would save them some money, which may come in handy later on.
It's the right play to do, James.
I believe so as well.
You have no kit, you don't have position, the bomb's planted, 3-on-2.
It looks like they'll split to increase the chances of saving something, but I do believe that Cello was heard by automatic.
Also, I think, you know, you want Cello to drop an AWP for Yell. Like, if Yell buys the AWP, he's not going to have... Actually, no, he's going to have what? He's going to have 6,200 next round, so I guess that's fine. Never mind. Well, Cello definitely can't drop for Yell now, but yeah, Yell should have 6,200 if I've done my mathematics correctly. And yay! It all works out.
Nice
So,
to do math and stream.
AWP time. SH said, did he buy an AWP? He did.
There we go.
He dropped the AWP.
Now timeout. Let's see the timeout. Come on, INTZ. You got timeout. Just use it.
So this is the thing, right? 2, 4. So yeah, so 6 rounds in. First AWP for the CT side. I feel like that's a bit of a waste for INTZ. I feel like you would have wanted to see that earlier. Yell's been really hot with the AWP too this game.
Especially from the first match. Ooh,
Yeah.
this is the Furious smoke. I like it.
This is why I eco in pistol rounds. To get the AWP regardless. So there's a smoke trick to give you a one-way before the Molotov goes down. And Destiny gets his kill and he falls back. Simple as that. Take the man advantage and leave them to sit in squalor. And there's the AWP for Yell. Announces its presence pretty damn quickly. PDQ. That leaves Cloud9 with 3. Great timing for Destiny. The spray is pretty good as well. One player jumps towards that pool position. I don't know if Cello's activated yet, if he's shown himself yet. Bomb being planted on the B-bomb site. He'll brief and he will see the bomb planter. Now we have Mixwell alone, forcing him forward. Rotating, looking for rotators. Changes his angle of approach. Hard to trade at the moment, Mixwell. Smoke is up, he buys himself some time.
Oh.
Going for it. Surely it's time to escape to hold on to the AWP. It seems like it is. And finally, INTZ have won their first round. Only their first round. And only to tie things up.
Yeah.
Almost disaster for INTZ right there. Mixwell. Also, it looked like he hit the shot through the wall. Didn't register, but it looked on him. And it looked like it was a 4-on-2 into a 1-on-3. Almost getting extra kills at the end.
Yeah, it's just good to see that they have the AWP now, and the Krieg as well. Now, large mix. See how strong the Krieg can be. Don't think you're getting the kill with anything else there. Except an AWP, maybe. Big flash, big peek, but Destiny was full white, but the trade is there, which is good. And who's going to win this one? Looks like Daps actually has a better angle there. Right eye peek is further away. So sensible that EL doesn't go any further. And the two player, you know, a player pit, a player porch is pretty good here. Maybe falling back into more passive positions as Cloud9 make their way up. Banana with the bomb. They also have apps control as well, so at this point they could go anywhere. So they'll decide to leave one towards A and put the rest towards B.
Molly towards the arch area. 2 versus 2. Do they read it to 4 versus 2 wherever they choose to go? Cloud9 at this point. 40 seconds on the clock. Presence towards A. Denial of information, top mid. Yell seem to consider creeping on arch, but falls back to site, and indeed the bomb is heading towards B with a third player. New box Molotov. CT's playing anti-flash. There's Cello delivering while receiving, actually. And that is the round over, surely. INTZ have 2 players on the ramp, on the bottom of Banana rather, the T ramp. And they could do with dropping for their teammates.
That was a big snap from, that had to be like a big snap from Mixwell. He had an AWP. I don't think he was checking that spot first. Very nice. Very nice.
Like the timing from C9 that round. They had control of Banana, and then they had 2 people up mid, tossing smokes, tossing Molotovs, trying to pull any rotations from INTZ towards A. And then within 5 to 10 seconds of tossing this fake, they hit the B bomb site with in the bomb site. No stacks, so really putting the numbers in their favor, Cloud9, as they hit these bomb sites.
Where has the success gone for INTZ? Have they lost their mojo?
Cloud9 looking better though. They're looking like they're a little more warmed up, a little more comfortable. Sub Rosa doing way better than last map, so that's a huge help for Cloud9.
That's true. Definitely found his form a bit more this game. Just gets himself a double and make it a triple and make it round over. Cloud9 suddenly looking like they might win this map. INTZ really struggling. And again, it's one of those spots where before it was like the first time they had an AWP, they'd already lost 5 rounds. Just say.
That's a lot of rounds without an AWP, especially if you have a pretty
Yeah.
good opera on your team.
Yeah, it felt like they did a bunch of buys which were like, oh, we did well, you know, we did a lot of damage from that force buyers. Spend a lot of money again.
Yeah.
They kind of put themselves in a spot, but then they only had rifles and less nades than they should.
Cloud9 now 3 rounds away from a hard-fought victory, but INTZ just 2 rounds behind. Their money's not perfect, but it seems able to spread the wealth. That was an important kill. Yell taking liberties, making assumptions on Banana, assumptions that were sorely wrong.
Yeah, everyone's delivering from Cloud9 at this point. Cusa automatic Mixwell, just a bruise.
The grenades go down the Banana position. 3 INTZ players over there. FACEIT just jiggling A, looking for any peaks, any aggression from the likes of Cloud9, which comes eventually, just as the smoke goes up. INTZ trying to get proactive towards the B Banana bomb site. A nice frag. But there's one more by logs.
Gun collection squad. And up Arch Cloud9 will go. A good opening for them. Definitely chances here for a defense though. Oh, MP9 picks up a kill and some good damage on Daps. And now Xandis waits for the 5-7 and he's going to get capped. Daps now with 19 HP, needs to find 3 swift headshots. Bomb down on the ground and he's got to cover open spaces to get there and he will be denied. Another round for INTZ. That's their second. It was a save round effectively. So they're in pretty good steads money-wise.
Good, nice 2 picks by Yell right here. Just playing at a weird off angle. He hasn't really played that spot at all this half, so allowed to catch Cloud9 off guard as he gets 2 kills and guns his teammates. So again, that's what we talked about. Yell needs the AWP. He makes the plays. That's gonna hurt.
Speaking of which, he's going deep for this pick. Oh, this is gonna be what we notice is that he holds his nerve. Oh, sent into the fire. Oh god, it's very scary. You're gonna try to chase him down, but he makes it out of there alive with 21 HP.
Minute 20. For Cloud9 to capitalise. Still thinning out the utility of INTZ. That's the last smoke. Avoiding the flashbangs, punishing the tracers. That's the go signal, that's the green sign. Destiny falling back, second oranges, but falling to the floor afterwards. And a bomb site's been taken by Cloud9. What do INTZ choose now? Do they lose everything if there's a player flanking in a dodgy position? Looks like the answer is yes. And he's been... Well, he's still a problem. Well, all the players of Cloud9 are. They're everywhere. They've got 5 players alive. And they'll soon have 14 rounds.
Cloud9 just making it look a little too easy. And finally, INTZ calls a timeout. They're going to buy it again. We're going to talk about it a little bit. What worked, what has been working. Really not much for INTZ. The rounds that they have won, 1 of the 2, was Yell got 2 early picks. Was aggressive towards Banana, got the picks, fell back. But you can't do that every time, and Cloud9 won't let you have it. So, what is the idea? Seems like Astralis might do a stack towards the bomb site. Astralis can play 4 towards A or B and just maybe give it up a little bit. Try to find information that way with the 4 people. Like if you have 4 people A, you could be a little more aggressive. You could peek, you could do run boosts, you could boost over smokes.
Yeah. The sad thing is that because they kind of they went down 5 rounds so quickly, they gave themselves lots of space to work with. Because you know, if they had maybe a little bit more success earlier on, they could do those full gun rounds where they actually get a mid rush in there, you know. But that feels very risky at this point. Speaking of which, Kusa diving past the flames into the AWP of Yell. Yell will take chunks in return, but he's still standing. And it's a fast change of pace, or rather direction, for Cloud9 as they make their way top middle now, wrapping into the arch side. And there is a preventative smoke, although a gap might give opportunity still for Cloud9.
Lurker towards B has been eliminated. 4 players on A for Cloud9. Cello trying to turn things around now. It's getting to the crucial stages for both teams. Again, this is the second match of the series, but Immortals don't want it to go to a third. They might not have the choice, so man advantage starts for a time for INTZ. This time he knows there's a play double stack. Or is there? Where's he gone? He's gone to Moto. Waiting for his teammate to rotate. Destiny makes his way through Arch. Manages to escape Mix well. Posts up for the next one. Repositions.
Ooh,
Wow. Nice from Yell. So quick and really important. He makes it to 13 for INTZ.
I thought there is no way he's winning that.
And there was a left-hand peek, too.
Yeah.
And just pull that off.
It's that crouch, that timing on the crouch for that peak. Beautiful. Wow.
100% pre-fire. He's like hoping he was in that spot if he pre-fired, but there's no way he you'd be able to react in time if you saw Mixwell.
But where did this flash go? That went like over. I think that went like way over and ahead of Mixwell. What?
Wow.
See, you didn't see him.
That is Yell.
That's impressive.
What a beast. But where did that flash go? That flash
was
didn't
gone.
do
It's still
anything.
traveling.
No, it went off.
No, it's still
right
going.
before they peaked.
It's still traveling, Dan. Right now, it's in space.
Oh, okay.
It went
trolling me.
behind him. It was just a little too deep
Yeah.
because the Mixwell kind of pushed up a little bit in the site,
Yeah.
and they're flashing more for like pit and lane area because
Mm-hmm.
of the common plant. Usually the Opera would probably play more defensive, but Mixwell was kind of feeling it, so he pushed up instead of playing back. It
Yeah.
was a good play by Mixwell to
Yeah.
avoid that.
He almost got the 4K clutch.
I mean, Yell hit a really ridiculously, a little bit lucky, but hey, you got to have a little bit of luck. You got to know your angles in this game.
Yeah. Money. Oh, okay. That's dangerous. This is dangerous to Cloud9. A very fast timing from Yell. Oh, free one, and he's out of there. And this is why they need the AWP, because they can make plays like this. You can't really do that with a rifle effectively. And now they're 5 versus 4. I don't know if Kusa had utility, but he likely did at that stage of the round. And so that's going to be painful. What do Cloud9 do to try and resolve this disadvantage?
I don't know, but INTZ, they do have a 2-on-2 kind of setup. One guy floating CT spawn, being a fast rotator, watching the arch. Cloud9's pretty spread out. They're not really committed to hitting bomb sites. Smokes are being thrown at the halls, and Daps here is going to make his way towards the porch. It'd be a huge kill if he's able to get this guy in pit. But Yell's doing worse still. He's getting the AWP kills.
Yeah, he really is. 5v3 now. But as you say, the lurk from the T's, they're getting close. And yeah, he's so good with the AWP right now.
Uh-oh. Timeout.
Give this man an AWP.
Why'd you
Been
wait so
saying it
long?
for years almost.
I know, you have. You've been saying it for 2 years.
Actually, I remember last time on ECS when we watched King Vito and these guys, it was almost the exact same thing. Like, they didn't have an AWP till like the 8th or 9th round.
Yeah, they just don't care about their opponent.
We were talking about, you know, you have 2 like really good AWPers in your team, and you're just not bringing out any of the AWPs until you're losing.
Learn something from Avangard.
Well,
Put
now
a
things are
sickle
getting
bow.
super, super crucial. Down to the last 2 rounds. Yell going for a cheeky one. You can't stand there for too long. It's very, very dangerous to pick that. But he's feeling it. Has a quick look. The warning shots. You know where I am. I'm waiting for you.
The worst thing is, I think if C9 lose this round and go down 14-15, I don't think they have economy. I don't think. Yeah, the loss bonus is not really there yet either, so
They'll be able to buy.
this round could decide the series if INTZ are to win it. But they have 4 stacked towards A right now. It's very gambly to do that at this portion of the rounds, because you just give up banana for free.
Flashing to the site, and they're swinging. Minimal warning, they're searching for something. Cello spraying from CT spawn. We've got a 2-man push into the new box position. Destiny has a flash from his teammate, and that's shutting everything down. A player in pool doesn't have to fight that, can just go for the reload. The HE's coming in though, an exchange of HEs. There's Destiny taken out 2 versus 2, and Mixwell with the AWP will get taken out. SHZ punishing the shot through the smoke. 36 seconds, and there's a rotation. Last 2 CTs both on B. Almost going for Heat and Posse setup, but we've got an elevation, and SHZ will take INTZ to match point over Cloud9 all the rounds.
That round was this close, an
That
inch
flash.
from being in C9's favor. That hero flash by Yell.
Flash.
Oh my goodness, watch him. He's gonna be running and dabbing right here. Look at him.
Oh,
So beautiful. I love pop flashing.
dude.
I just give a clap every time.
Because he has an A1S, and he's up against like a Krieg or an AK or something, and the guy knows he's there, and he knows he's forced to swing on him. Like
Force swing.
he has a definite disadvantage, but then that flash, oh man.
That's so perfect. It was so perfect, so
Wow, wow, wow.
well placed. You just got to kind of throw your hands up.
And this is what we were talking about. Look at the situation for C9 now. They take the time out to figure it out, but it's not a good look. And also, you don't know where Yell's going to go. Is it apartments? Is it banana? Is he going to peek from arch or boiler or apartments? Balcony? But you know he's probably going to try to peek something at the beginning of the round.
Exactly. Oh, that nade could have been for Yell.
Well, it's 2 flashes, I guess. Well, here we go. Cloud9 in a rough position. It's smokes on Banana, Molotovs and smokes. So focus towards upper. Kusa just runs straight through. There was the flash timing. He came out before it. Didn't quite work out. And that's an early player lost. Destiny super deep on Banana between 2 smokes. Mickey Mouse. They will soon be gone. And he doesn't have any support there, but there's no challenge just yet. Daps just holding an angle. Daps has one of the 2 best weapons, but he's just sitting on T-ramp at the moment. Maybe waiting. Maybe this was the plan all along. Show some presence top mid and use that weapon towards the B bomb site. Footsteps are heard by Destiny. He's waiting. The rotation's coming in ever so slowly from Yell. He gets 1, almost 2. Surprised the 12 HP, and Yell's got an AWP and a smoke grenade. They weren't expecting that. Not going to drop the smoke just yet, though. Going for the pop flash. Maybe there's no time, and there isn't. The flash works out swimmingly, though. Bit excited. Yell changing his position. Is there any help coming in from the back down to the Deagle, and it's down to Mixwell. 1 versus 3. He has 40 seconds. There's a boost coming in. There it is. Cello's going to finish off the job. And it will be INTZ taking it over Cloud9. 2-1, finishing off the job on Inferno. These highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA.
Oh man, what an interesting game this was. INTZ with a great start in the first half, showing some serious improvement. They had good methodical play, they knew how to make the calls, which sides to go to, how to play anti-ecos, they had coordination and spacing. In most of these rounds, they played a good Counter-Strike. And on the second half, I feel like they almost undid themselves. Look how powerful they look when Yell has them all. Oh my god, changed the game completely. Completely. Why did they wait until the 6th or 7th round to do that?
I know, but it's definitely a mistake on their part. Cloud9, both maps really slow to kind of get warmed up, and you know, you can't be 7-1 or 1-7 at this level of the game. It's too much of an uphill. So maybe Cloud9 can go back to the drawing board a little bit, rekindle their teamwork with Sub Rosa, do a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a rough one for Cloud9, but there's building to do. Again, we don't know if they switch roles out or if he's just picked up all the Tenz's roles, but indeed, they will be losing to INTZ. And you look INTZ, so let's give them some credit. Liquid winning 2-0 over X Singularity earlier on, but yeah, that's how the bracket looks. So Team Liquid versus INTZ, and yeah, it's a negative result for Cloud9, but we have to look at it from INTZ's point of view as well. It was great for them. They're showing some promise. They're showing some progress. We've seen a lot more from them than we've seen in the past. It's been kind of lackluster, disappointing, frustrating to watch, but now it seems a lot better. That said, it is against a team who aren't necessarily in the right place just yet, so we need to see it versus a stronger challenge. And boy, are they going to have one in the semi-final. It's time for the HyperX play of the game, and indeed, we'll get to that in a second.
Oof, it's hard to guess which one this is going to be. What have they chosen over there in the back?
Has to be Yell. Yeah, he was just too good.
Yes, he had so much impact. Definitely MVP performance for INTZ with that AWP in hand. He really delivered. And this was one of those spots where Mixwell actually legged him. So had Mixwell killed him, this wouldn't have been a round win. And we could see how impactful it was. Crushes the economy again, and every single round was required for INTZ. And Yell was the guy that had enormous impact. So seems like a fair choice. Had to be a Yell clip.
Absolutely. Congratulations to INTZ. That's a huge pickup for them. I'm sure Apoka was going absolutely crazy. Now, we've got one more game to come for you, but that's coming in about 45 minutes, top of the hour. So a little break. You would be lucky to squeeze in a FACEIT game, but go on some Wireprac maps, learn some grenades, learn how to smoke mid and other things. We will see you for the final game of the day in about 45. See you soon.